Welcome to the Airmen Fight Cup Preshow. We're excited to have you join us as we celebrate the best Street Fighter 6 players from the United States Air Force and Space Force. During this time, we're going to get to know the players, show some amazing clips, and even show some footage from the Airmen Fight archives. We hope you enjoy the show, and we look forward to crowning our Airmen Fight Cup champion. Enjoy. Command grab. Okay, get out of that corner.
Yo, shout out to Silver all the way from the UK, man. You gotta go see some soccer. Oh my god, level 3? That should be the game right here. That should be 1-0. Yo, Busty Justy.
Busty Justy.
Showing out for the Air Force right now.
I'm Senior Airman Evans, and I'm stationed here at Fort Meade, Maryland. I joined the Air Force on July 7th of 2021. I joined as a Korean language analyst, and I've just been doing that. Definitely most identify with DJ. I don't know what it is. It's just the style of the character for me. Also, being a charged character makes it a lot easier to, because this is my first Street Fighter, and I feel like playing a charged character allowed me to focus on a lot of the basics rather than having to I guess DPs would be considered the basics, but you know, it was one less thing I had to focus on. Helped me excel pretty quickly, and then, like I said, the style of the character is really fun.
One thing about Busty's playstyle, right? You know, sometimes in a matchup, especially when playing a new opponent, you know, sometimes you gotta, a lot of people take that first round or two kind of as a way to kind of just like warm up themselves, or to kind of, you know, get a little bit of information on the opponent, etc. Right? Just kind of see how they're gonna play for the rest of the match. Not Busty. If you're not ready for Busty, he will go at 100 the moment the clock's hits. So you got to be ready for it. If not, you will get steamrolled, especially with a character like DJ.
I would say that my Air Force Gaming League win was probably the biggest for me. I think that's the only first place I've ever gotten, and it was really big for me because it was the first place I've gotten, and also I started off at the beginning of the season, or the beginning of the league, not really doing that well, and then by the end of it, I just had worked so hard every single day to get better. Some people in there that were posing a pretty big problem to me getting first place, but put in a lot of work for that. The first place, that was really big for me. Every now and then, I've only gone like 3 times, but there's a local here in Maryland at Xanadu Gaming, bread and butter at Xanadu Gaming. Every month they do a bigger tournament for Street Fighter, and then they have smaller weeklies as well, but I've only gone to the monthly ones. It's usually like 30 to 40 people, and then I usually have time on Wednesday to join TNS, and it's also been really helpful for improvement. Airmen Fight changed my view on gaming while in the Air Force, because I didn't really realize that there was this big of a community for fighting games in the Air Force, or specifically Street Fighter. I had been interested in Street Fighter for a while before I found Airmen Fight, and couldn't find anybody in the Air Force that was interested in it as well until I joined Airmen Fight. So it's been really nice to have a community. Thank you for putting on these tournaments every month or every other week now, and just building such a welcoming community, and you know, putting in all the work that you guys do for us to enjoy these tournaments in this community.
Smelling blood right now. He knows he needs an opening right now. Big jump. Oh, it whiffs. Oh, there was a gap between there. Oh, big jump. This should be the round. Let the dogs out. Yep, here we go. Level 3.
We got Busty taking the first round of the match.
Hello, my name is Justin from 220, a non-profit providing free services to our veterans and active duty members. For more information, please check out 220.org. That's 22zero.org. Congratulations to all the players on making it to the finals, and thank you for your service. We wish you all the best of luck.
Kuma's health is trash.
He's got a long way to go. Oh, that's checkmate.
Oof, the
He
wall
doesn't drop
splat.
this.
Yes, doesn't have to use a super. Polka going up 1-0.
Hi, I'm A1C James. I work cybersecurity at Barksdale Air Force Base. I'm known as Polka on Street Fighter. So I joined it was 2021. I've been in 3 years now, about to promote to senior airman. See, I started off doing Lily, but I swapped after I hit master on her to Aki, and I've just been loving Aki. Like, I want to get like broski level good on her. So I played like Smash Bros casually, like at like parties and stuff. But I picked up Street Fighter almost pretty much on launch, and that's my first fighting game. And I had like a really good coach, so it's helped me a lot. I feel like our shop does a really good job of like getting people out on time, and even my master sergeant plays Street Fighter, so we'll be running casuals, and that's been really fun. Having just a good work-life balance has made it pretty easy.
Those trades are gonna work out.
traded?
Oh, what, that stuff, the EX? Oh, that could be around. No, oh. He's gotta be careful. He's on the wall, backing us well here.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Level 1. I knew it. Is that gonna kill? That's a raw level 1. It does. Polka on match points.
Way.
Oh, there was the Airmen Olympics as a Air Force gaming event that I ended up getting first in. So that was really exciting. I had like the whole shop watching on stream. We host Air Force Gaming like Street Fighter tournaments monthly. I'm the like co-ambassador for that. So I'll see you at the Buff if you're ever at Barksdale. There was an Air Force Gaming tournament that you messaged me afterwards, and like I've been loving that Discord. Everyone's super chill. There's some really good players. It's made me realize like how good some of these people have gotten at Street Fighter, still maintaining like a good work balance. Probably just seeing the pros play. Like I love to compete in it, but like it'd be so sick to just watch the pros play their pools matches. I'm loving the Airmen Fight. It's just such a sick tournament. I love how you guys did the points reset, so I had a chance.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to see a Hail Mary by Polka. I just want to see some patient play right here. Nice.
Anti-air hit.
Nice.
Again?
Level 3?
No way.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, this could be it. Level 3, and Polka is going to take it 2-1. Warrior come going forward to wake up. Polka with the block.
Find out pretty soon. It's not going to be a long suspense.
What's the thing on his shirt? Oh, it's just his tag, Galaxian. He's got the scrolling marquee on the.
That's so cool.
All right. Ooh, the double jazzy battle once again here. Ken versus Alex.
A little two-piece to start, and suddenly Zota has control.
Yeah, Ken
Oh
with
boy.
the tick throw
Oh
next
boy.
to
All right,
him.
we're seeing some.
No.
This honestly, great.
Yeah, this is looking spicy. We got
Really
the throw
good Ken
again.
play to start.
Put him back in the
Yeah.
blender. Another DP.
This is really, really strong showing from Zota at the beginning. He found the corner right away. The mix-ups were all the sign of good player mix-up type mix-ups.
Absolutely. And now we got the corner situation. Good block on the overhead. Don't want to take that super off that, but why not just DP some more? We're playing Ken after all. Let's go into the super.
I mean, what's Alex going to do at you at that range?
Yeah.
You know, is he going to do the EX thing to knock you down? Like, it's not a big deal.
Forward dash, back dash, we're chilling. Oh, the red. Okay,
I told you, when I saw what this guy was doing on the right side of the screen at the beginning, I was like, this is good. These are good player mix-ups.
Absolutely. This might be the fastest match we've had all day. Zota looking strong.
We await your return.
We got a
Sorry, get off one. He has to be so careful. Mr. Ramon, please. Oh my God! The insider!
What's going on, everybody? I'm Staff Sergeant Brandon Cita. Currently at Beale Air Force Base in reserve, 940th. I joined in January of 2014, so a little over 11 years now. Just hit 11 years. It goes by really fast. Fighting games has kind of always been there a long way for me. So this just being able to do this is kind of something that I've kind of always dreamed of, and just wanted to do. I just didn't really know how to do that. So this is being here for this it's amazing. And just try not to take it for granted. So I play Ken in 6. In 5 I played Gao and Ken and Akuma. And then in 4 I played mainly Ken, but I play Shotos. I'm like a Shoto player. But mainly Ken. Yeah, Ken's that dude.
Jab, jab, jab.
Oh, get off me. Right when you think you have an opening, no. Hold this fireball. Hold this DP. Oh, into the opening. Yo, Poseidon's going crazy right now. That's 1-0. Yeah, just 2 more.
Oh, man. So just as a kid, I got a PS1 with Alpha 2. And I had an uncle that would just destroy me all the time. Just come over and just destroy me, and I'd want to, beat him. And he played Ken, and so I was like, he has to be the best character, right? So I ended up playing Ken too, and then it just kind of became that thing that, I just wanted to do all the time. I got Alpha 3, and then played World Tour mode in Alpha 3, and then that kind of I was like, all in. And so when 4 came out, it was like, at that time, I still was kind of playing fighting games, but I wasn't, I was 14 at the time when 4 came out. So I didn't know that was like what I wanted to do, but I just got it just to play because it was Street Fighter, right? And 15, when I turned 15, so a year later is when I started competing. I went to SDR for my first tournament, SoCal Regionals. And that year, that was my first top 48 finish in my first tournament. So I was like, up to that point, I didn't really know. I was like, okay, I'm doing good in locals, but got top 48, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm all right. I'm holding my own. So locally in the Sacramento area, there's a good scene. Right now we have I'll say about 20 players that consistently come out, give or take a few. But there's essentially a tournament every weekend. There's a pretty strong scene right now, and when I say strong, I mean there's a lot of players, and the growth as far as skill level within the last 6 months, I would say it's been pretty impressive. So I'm optimistic about the scene here, and I'm just excited to continue to help the scene here, and also, like I said, with the Airmen Fight series, that our scene grow as well. So I can't stress enough how much I appreciate you and you guys, what you guys are doing for this for the community, not only for Street Fighter, but for the military fighting game community too. Like, this is really cool thing. Like, it's something that like I said before, I always dreamed of doing, but you don't really know how to do it, and it just kind of motivates me, and I'm sure a lot of other people that are watching and competing too, to kind of continue to push the envelope, because I believe in what it provides for us. So yeah, thank you. There's a lot of passion, a lot of love for it, and you ask most people, they don't care about the money anyways. It's nice, but we do this because we love it. I feel confident in speaking for most players when I say that. So yeah.
Okay, he's in critical out right now. He's gonna wake up level 3. No, that's gonna be it. B-Sider. DP, very nice. And B-Sider takes Airmen Fight Cup number 3 in convincing fashion. 3-0 over Jimmy DR.
Let's go, baby. Oh my God, last round loses bracket. Yes, nice punish. Max, please. Nice, yes, DP. Bro, do a fucking super. Good block. Oh, punish that. Okay. It's okay. Nice. Ooh, fuego! Yes. Ooh!
Oh, nice sweep, knockdown. Oh no!
Oh!
Oh! Is that it? Yes, that's gonna be
That's
it.
That's gonna be it. Yep.
Exo Richie taking it 2-0. Moving on the winner's side, Bussy Jussie down to the losers bracket. Is still in it though.
I'm Senior Airman Medina. My name is Richard Medina. I joined the Air Force in 2019, and I am stationed at Eglin Air Force Base, Florida. So I joined the Air Force in 2019, and I'm a crew chief for the F-35, so it's a fighter jet. I'm basically a mechanic, and our mission is to train pilots, so fix the aircraft so that the pilots are able to train and then get proficient enough to go all over the world and do their thing. Balancing gaming with my Air Force career, it's not that difficult. It's more about consistency. So you don't have to play 8 hours, 10 hours a day. As long as you're efficient, like with your training and with what you're doing, that's what really matters. So even like 2 or 3 hours a day is enough if you have time. You know, I do school, I work, I try to play competitive, and it's very manageable. You just gotta manage your time. So obviously, Airmen Fight is the most consistent. Like I look forward to playing when I can. I play TNS and Can Opener sometimes. You know, those are the ones that are like every week. But Airmen Fight they give you time. So like it's like every other week, so you have time to train up and you know, like fix your errors and stuff. So I just like that consistency every other week to, you know, get on and join the tournament.
He did it because.
Yep. Yo, he stuck with Cammy because I locked eyes and I was like, yo, I got you.
All right, back to the match. We have Cammy.
A lot of people don't know this. A lot of people won't know it, and the person himself might not even admit it. But Punk won because of me. We was on the line waiting to go, you know, to go sit down after Tekken ended, I believe, and Street Fighter's next. Punk comes out of the bathroom. We just see him, and then my boy's like, yo, that's Punk, that's Punk. I'm like, oh snap, that's Punk. We stopped Punk. Punk is cool, super cool. And the guy's like, can I take a picture? Punk's like, yeah, sure. I take the picture, and I told Punk, do not switch to Akuma. Please do it with Cammy. You have to win with the mid-tier queen, please. He's like, I got you. Guess what happened? I was there, bro. I was right there in the middle, center Evo, and he won with Cammy. You can ask him, he'll probably remember, probably not, but that's my story. I'm sticking to it. That's exactly what happened. They definitely, so Airmen Fight gave me an outlet, especially to connect with people who enjoy fighting games as well, all over the world. So like, you know, there's people in Japan that I play with that I met through Airmen Fight. My first ever Evo that I went to was with people from Airmen Fight. You know, Zoda, Max, Sonic, like just so many people. And it was just a great experience, like meeting people through Airmen Fight and then going to Evo and just having a blast. I just want to play Visita. I want to be Visita. That's it. I don't care who I play. I don't care if I play him first game and then we go and meet each other in grand finals. If I make it to the grand finals, if he makes it to the grand finals, I just want to run back. I have a hard time against Ken, especially as Cammy. I just have a very difficult time playing Ken, but I'm gonna train and do my best. So if I win the trip to go to Evo, I'm definitely looking forward to hanging out with everybody from Airmen Fight, everybody who participate. Last year, it's like a core memory. First time I Evo with all these people that I met through Airmen Fight, never met them before. You know, we all just go to the trip and everybody was cool. Like everybody was welcoming. We played a lot, we went out, we ate. It was just a good group of people. And I'm just looking forward, whether I win or not, I'm looking forward to just spending time with everybody again and make it like a yearly thing. So, I just want to say thank you to like Airmen Fight, Zoda, Max, everybody that I met through Airmen Fight. Super cool people. You know, what they doing is crazy, because without them, I really wouldn't have like something to look forward to, like online base, and I wouldn't have met them if it wasn't for Airmen Fight. So I'm grateful for you guys. I know you guys be putting overtime and doing your thing. So like, just keep it up. And I know like in a couple of years, it's going to blow up. So I'll just be supporting you guys. So thank you.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, EX spin knuckle. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, right into level 3.
Yo, that's the Richie flow chart right there.
Yep.
I think he's still alive. Maybe. I could be wrong.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't eat Campbell's soup. Like I wasn't.
Okay,
like
well, what? It doesn't matter. It could just be a canned soup. It could be the
Why it's
whatever.
gotta be canned soup? Who keeps eating canned soup? Who does this to you?
Well, what I'm saying, like for selections, like no one's gonna. What am I gonna say? My mom's soup. My aunt's is number 2.
I'm gonna go with some miso soup. I'm gonna go with some udon noodle soup.
Time out. You're gonna say pho is trash, but say miso?
Well, miso is fire. Miso is so fire. That is what gave Dalsum his ability.
Back to the match. We got Bakpat going up. Back cross up. Nice spacing. That's gonna be level 3. That's gonna be it. Indy taking it 2-0 over Busty. Made the adjustments he needed from the first set. Able to close it out.
What's up, everyone? I'm Staff Sergeant Jonathan Petty at Luke Air Force Base. I joined the Air Force back in August 2015. I went an open mechanic and I got selected for aircraft fuel systems repair. So in my roughly almost 10-year career, I've been to 3 bases in total: Davis-Monthan, Korea, and then now Luke Air Force Base. I did 2 deployments and a couple TDYs here and there. I have 2 older brothers, so they both played Street Fighter when I was like, I was like 5. They're 10 years older, so they were like in their late teens, and I played Street Fighter EX like every day. The 3D Street Fighter. It wasn't that good, but I enjoyed it. I work in the afternoon, so I can just wake up, go to the gym, and then I have like 3 hours before I go to work still, so I get to play some Street Fighter before I go in. I'd play anybody first, but if I had to like pick somebody, I'd pick Busty Justy just because it's a friendly rivalry.
Yep. I was like, he's gonna Ochio. Oh, and he has to hold all this right now. Yep. Do it before he gets level 1. Because close it out with don't drop it. Oh my goodness. You know what Busty's gonna say if you drop this. Aye!
I think he's pretty cool, man. He's a linguist, so the beef. I probably instigated. I'm a huge instigator. Maybe I didn't, but I kind of like it. I love just getting on the Discord and just saying something rude and just sparking it up, man. By rude, I mean it's just like a jab, a polite jab. I've never been to Evo, and it's something I've always wanted to participate in. What I would want to get out of it, just meeting people. I've only met Gutex. I would like to meet like other people I've seen. I've been a long time, Twitch viewer, and I've seen plenty of tournaments, so it'd be nice to just play them one time and say hi. I think it's pretty cool, like an opportunity to, get out and meet other players. There's even one person here at Luke Air Force Base. I don't know who he is, but there's at least one person that plays Street Fighter here now. I know that. Yeah, if you see this interview, I hope you're inspired to participate. I'm not the best, but I have fun. It's something that gives me to look forward to, like trying to like get Air Force and Space Force or, all military members to like get together and, playing today, in a video game, you might, the military's small. You never know who you're going to meet. Like, you might just be stationed, I'll probably, be at the same base, and then we can just start doing, like, locals at each other's houses and stuff, that'd be pretty sick.
Sliding all over the place. Let's go, Busty.
Ooh, okay, here comes Indy. Let me see that. You don't see this character enough. At least not here in Airmen Fight.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And every time I watch, I don't know what's going on. Oh, that was all.
There's so much stuff happening. Like, look at all the work you have to get into it. Ooh! Yep. Wow. Oh, that was stylish right there.
Oh, yeah.
Are you gonna push a button? Did you push a button?
Sure.
We'll see here. Gets the activation. Sonic Fanatic has to be careful. Gets the parry!
Wow!
What again?
Ooh! Yo, Max. Please clip that. Please clip those. Clip that, please. Welcome to the Airmen Fight Evolution Series. This is a brand new series of tournaments featuring your favorite games that will be at Evolution next summer in Las Vegas. Our goal is to give airmen the opportunity to compete at the highest level and bridge the gap between the FGC and the Air Force and Space Force. With the grand prize being complimentary airfare and registration to EVO, we can't wait to see what the competition has in store. Not serving in the Air Force or Space Force, you can still support our military members and enter to win tournament prizes at each of our events. 100% of all entry fees will go directly towards sending top placers to Las Vegas next summer. Complete the Airmen Fight experience by picking up some of our merch. All proceeds from merch sales will go directly towards the grand prize pot. Join the Airmen Fight Discord now for details on how to enter. We'll see you at EVO.
Drive bar back. Okay. Oh, okay.
You want to? Yeah, straight into level 3. Let's do some good damage here. He's gonna get that drive bar back. All right, we'll see what Sonic can do.
So my name is Travian Simpson. I'm a Staff Sergeant in the U.S. Air Force. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas, based at Travis Air Force Base. So I first joined the Air Force December 5th in 2011. My whole journey through the Air Force is obviously starting at Lackland and going to figuring out what job I'm going to be. I came in open mechanical and ended up going to C5 crew chief. I've been there the whole time. I've deployed. I've been to a couple of bases doing like a couple of small missions. I've been to Yokota, and I've been to Panama. So I've been playing Street Fighter since I was a kid, back like Street Fighter 2 Super Nintendo. So that's when I first learned how to anti-air in that game, because I got tired of the computer beating me up, man. I had to use Ryu Roundhouse. That was it. That was my only 2 buttons: roundhouse and sweep. So I made it through that game, man. Right now it's just, going to school mostly, but since I've been in the reserves, I would say I've had more time, a little bit more time on my hands than being active duty. So I don't really need like a balance per se, but I think I'm able to, if I want to put the time in, I can. So, it's a blessing in disguise. Well, I didn't hear about Airmen Fight first. I heard about the Air Force Gaming, and that was on like the main SharePoint on at Travis. So I went through there and I signed up. Nothing happened. That was right at the beginning of COVID. And then when I was in that little Discord group, somebody from Airmen Fight hit me up, and I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna join. I'll just join this group because Air Force Game wasn't really doing nothing, and they kind of got rid of their like little fighting game division after a while. So we just migrated.
Okay.
That's all we did.
Come on, off of trade. Ooh, this is even. All right, he could close this out right here. No, it's not dead.
Into level 3. Yep.
Not dead. He's not dead, but he's just gonna be burnt out.
So close.
Oh! So is that gonna trade? No, it's gonna hit it clean.
Yeah. That was sick.
Especially since COVID, as a community, we've kind of like grown apart from going to locals and meeting up in person and sharing knowledge and just playing games. But I feel like our community has kind of brought that back for me, like going to EVO as a group, doing our online tournaments as a group. I feel like it's just a way for us to come together as the Air Force like organization, I guess you want to call it that. And we could all be friends, hang out, play some games, man. Food. Calling it Edo. Not Evo, Edo. Eating all the food, man. Thanks for having me. Ever since back in the Street Fighter 5 days when we were playing, we played against the Army, and I showed up with the Ed, man. I had no idea how to play the game. I would just press some random buttons. I just showed up. Army kind of trash, man.
My man's is dancing in front of each other.
Oh wow!
Nice. Oh, that forward movement made a whiff. Gets the throw. Sonic has him in the corner now. Ooh, nice. My man is schmoving right now. Nice anti-facing. Oh, that should be the round here. Nice. Sonic up 1-0. Again, this is 2 out of 3, not 3 out of 5.
Yep.
Can he bring this back?
What?
Ooh, just out of range.
Oh, oh, yo, what was that? That was sick.
You almost dropped the F-bomb.
The schmixes.
Electrical wall. Big damage. Oh my goodness. Ooh, get some hell sweep.
Oh, he's gonna chip him out.
Whoa, get shoot you right back. He gets the afterward. What? Over, babies. Double KO!
We'll bring it back.
Okay. Let's jump in. Oh, the stuff. He's got that move downloaded. Oh. The optimal stuff.
He's like running. It's so funny.
Oh,
this does not respect frames at all. We don't respect frames here.
Oh, yeah. Yo, put some Kai hair on him. Look at him. Yo, we got the Kai fro. Oh, hit him with the Moderna.
There we go. This is Moderna.
Okay, we throwing out
like, that's like third strike aura right there. Okay. I know 21 down. Oh, it gets the upside down kick reset. Oh my god. That was sick.
Oh, okay. Almost starting it off.
Momo once again going for the good old Elias. Chop him like that. It's working. It's my stuff.
It is working, yeah. You're right on that.
It's just on right there.
And the stun bar is just staying where. Oh,
this is
not it.
Okay, he doesn't have super. I don't think he's gonna kill. Oh my. Is this gonna kill?
No, it's not.
What?
No way! Are you kidding me?
Sonic going up 2-0 up against.
We're on level 3 right now. Rohan can finish it out if he lands his next combo. He's gonna get the level 3. He's gonna close it out with the.
Yep.
Nice. And that's gonna be 1-1. Rohan staying alive.
So I am Tech Sergeant Cummings. I am currently stationed out of Fort Meade. I'm a 1-3H, or Korean linguist. So I joined in 2014. It's been 11 years now. I was in ROTC during college, and I kind of found a decent community there within the Air Force. And I thought, you know, in a world that kind of lacks a little bit of the social, you know, binding that we used to have in the past, I think the Air Force is a solid place to kind of find a community to kind of always be a little bit grounded socially. And so I think that's what stuck with me pretty hard. And so I decided to enlist after doing a little bit of college, and I found myself being, you know, thrown into being a Korean linguist, somewhere I'd never thought I would ever, you know, be. Sagat. 100% I'm a Sagat player. I played him in 5, played him in 4. I love Sagat, and I want him to be in this game as much as possible, but I've always been a fan of kind of like the evil archetype, so I was thinking about playing JP a little bit too, but he was just a little bit too wonky for me. So Sagat's definitely the character I like playing the most. I like zoning tools and big buttons in neutral. I didn't win against MinRD, but I think making it out of winners side pools at Evo, and then being able to play against MinRD was by far one of the like peak moments in my Street Fighter 6 life. But I did early on, in the first months of Street Fighter, I played in an online tournament they have in Korea, and they have basically all the Japanese players on there as well. And I think it's Baba or something like that. He's like ranked 1 or 2 Manons now, and so that was probably one of my most impressive wins.
Good trade. He's burnt out. Oh, hit him with the reaction. He's not dead.
I say that's generally what I do, is that I put apart at least an hour a day where I say I'm gonna have this time to be able to do whatever it is that I want to do. I made Master Sergeant. I'm gonna put on in 2 months, and so I've been a flight chief for the past year. I've been flight chief for Sergeant, plus I've been a branch chief, and so I think that with all of those things, being able to game at the same time, I think while it is very difficult to put that time aside to be able to do it, I think it is more important than ever to be able to do that. And I say the same thing to all of my peers and my subordinates and everybody, is that I really think it's important to have a committed portion of your time to be able to pursue something that you value in life, whatever it is. I mean, if it's a hobby, cool. If it's not a hobby, if it's social networking, if it's, your family, I think you have to have some sort of time where you can say, I'm stopping everything else, no matter how important everything else is. I'm gonna put it aside a little bit and focus on myself. I'm pretty sure it's called Xanadu, is the one they have in this area in Maryland. I've been there about twice with Bossy Jussie. I do TNS, which is not a local, but it's the online tournament they have weekly on Wednesdays. And then I go to your guys' tournament. So that's basically it. I think this is awesome. I think that what you guys are doing for the community is sick. I mean, it's just it's something that I'd never imagined would have happened in my lifetime with the Air Force. So I think that this might be something where the Air Force is like, we could throw some resources in this and maybe it'll pan out and kind of give us some good PR. So I hope you guys do well. I hope that it pans out, it grows bigger than you guys can manage, and then eventually, Air Force starts providing you guys with some solid resources. So,
oof, nice air to air. Oh, doesn't get the follow up.
That's a reset.
Overhead. Burnt up.
Three on those overheads for sure. Let's maybe connect.
Yo, Bison Mine is crazy, man.
It is so. It's.
Yeah, ever think of Tekken, you automatically think of Barada. Okay, here we go. So our next Street Fighter 4 match here is Airmen Fights Zoda versus Papa Pummels.
Papa Pummels.
Yes.
But you're getting pummeled. Oh, SPD.
Okay, so
Green hand is an Oki. Oh, this is giving me nightmares. Jesus Christ. Don't show this Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes, go away.
Here comes Zangief. Interesting thing about Zoda.
Oh, no.
Got the SPD. Strong competitor here is also in the Air Force and helped create the Airmen Fights. So
life.
Walking you back down.
Oh,
the corner
no.
Again. Here we go.
GG.
Oh, my goodness. Oh my gosh, with the splat into the stun and closes it out. Fantastic stuff. That's a perfect.
That was a perfect.
Fantastic.
That was
stuff.
a full yellow bar.
Yes. Oh my goodness, very strong.
The
Awesome
5
stuff.
golden letters.
Cool. Oh, that
you could have
Blanca
blocked
ball.
that. Oh, nice throw. Okay. Let's go, Set Me.
Overhead,
Nice overhead
okay.
reset. Going to level 3. Very nice.
Very nice.
That should beat around. There shouldn't be too much scaling on this.
I'm Dante Tillman, Technical Sergeant Dante Tillman out of Lackland Air Force Base. I am services by trade. So I joined in 2011. I was actually in basic when Skyrim came out. I got in, and then my first base was Moody Air Force Base, Georgia. I deployed 2 times out of there. After that, I went to Getty Air Base. It's like a small munition site. I was there for about 3 years, and then after that, I came over to Lackland, so I work at the Air Force Services Center. I think it's just like, it goes back to like time management. That's something that you learn in the Air Force is like, okay, what are my do outs? What do I have to do? Like, what do I have to do this week? And then kind of prioritizing like, okay, well, this is important to me is like, getting good at Street Fighter. So it's like, where am I going to block off that time and making sure that you have that time to like train and like work on what you have to work on, while also getting, your mission done. Because if you're not doing your job, that's going to cause more problems, and then you just won't be able to play anyway. So I found out about it so the Air Force has their own like esports program. So I found out about it through the Air Force esports group. Like they're cool, but they're not as like fighting game focused as like you guys are. So of course it's like I kind of migrated over there.
Burnout. Yeah, and this is smart by Semi, right? Because when you're in burnout, taking the offense helps your burnout gauge fill up faster. Big jump, nice.
Jump in again.
He's gonna spend a level 1. I would spend it. Please cash out. Yeah. There we go. Level 1. Yes. He's gonna close out the round. He's dead, right?
So I do the Tampa Never Sleeps, and I've also done well, your tournaments obviously, as well as the Air Force Gaming events that they do on the esports end. So I think it's interesting because being able to kind of interact with people that understand the military side of things, like they understand what our workload is like, alongside being able to talk about like Street Fighter, like Warrior Kun in the group. It's like we practice together a lot, but he'll also ask me for advice on like writing EPBs and stuff like that. So it's like we have a Teams chat where we'll ping back and forth on things, and I'll give him advice on stuff. So it's like that's unique to our military experience. Honestly, there's no one that I want to avoid, because it's like I would rather just play the strongest person out of the gate. I'm looking at like Busty Jesse. He's kind of like one of my like tournament demons, I guess. Like his playstyle pretty much negates everything that I like to do. So figuring that out would be a big deal, I think. Probably just the community aspect. I've actually never been to EVO, so it'd be really interesting because it's not just like the tournament, it's like a whole like event, like the way that everyone explains it. So that would be really cool to be able to just experience that, and then like being able to meet like the really high up players, like seeing like the Daigos and the Punks and what have you. That would be really cool. I hope that they're good games. I hope that I'll be able to be competitive in the tournament. I know it's a pretty high level tournament, so just looking to do my best.
Oh, nice confirm. A Semi.
Nice. Gets the wall splat. Okay, Semi. Let's go, baby.
Oh, into level 1.
Right,
nice.
Yep.
And he's burnt out.
Burn him out.
What's up, Warriors? Mike here with True Victor, and we want to give a huge salute to the top 8 finalists of the Airmen Fight competition. Big ups to Richie, Brandon, Justin, Brendan, Jonathan, Travion, Dante, and James. You fought hard and have shown exactly what it means to lead with grit and discipline. On behalf of True Victory, thank you for your service, dedication, and drive. Now finish strong and don't get what's yours. We're all behind you, always true.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Zoda. We are here today with the start of something great. Today is the official beginning of the Airmen Fight Cup.
It's Airmen Fight Cup qualifier number 2.
3rd edition.
Number 4.
5th edition.
Star 6-1. Number 8. 9th qualifier. Number 10. Number 11. 12. 13.
14. Number 15. Airmen Fight Cup number 16.
Hey, bro, we're here, dude. Like, this is it.
I know.
6-7 months? 16 tournaments?
Yeah, no, March. 8 months, dude. 8 months, August now.
I mean, Airmen Fight has definitely... Airmen Fight's definitely come an incredibly long way from what we started at. But, you know, why don't you tell us about, like, how you got into fighting games? Like, how'd you start?
Yeah, so I started as a kid, pretty much. You know, I'm the only boy in my family, so I have 2 older sisters. So gaming was always kind of like my niche thing. I actually started off with Tekken 5, which was kind of like my first real competitive game where I actually physically traveled outside of home to go play and compete with RP and paid money to do those kind of things. But the Street Fighter kind of took off once I want to say it was HD Remix came out. And then when HD Remix came out, I started playing Zingy because like, okay, let me try that because it kind of looks kind of cool. And then once Street Fighter 4 came out, like that was it. Like that was just me full-time, full invested, going everywhere possible to play that game. Pay my $2 to get on the bus, hop on the bus, take the subway to the city, go to Chinatown Fair, And that, from as the moment you walked into those doors, like, that was it. That's really what introduced me to the New York fighting scene. Playing all those guys, top names that you know today, such as Yipe, Sanford Kelly, Justin Wong, Andre Lambert, Twisted Jago, Chris Matrix, all those guys. But then I ended up joining the Air Force. I joined in March 2010, and I ended up getting stationed at Oklahoma City at Tinker Air Force Base, where I spent 8 years from 2010 to 2018. And that scene has an awesome scene as well. So shout outs to the Game Over guys, as well as Ricky, who also hosts tournaments there. Shouts to those guys. I've gone to Arkansas. Shouts to Smoke Max and the whole ARC scene. I've gone to Wichita, which, as you know, they're in our community as well. Dr. Gatorade, Chime, all those guys. KC with their KO, I think it's called, yeah, KO and Max Out. So shouts to those guys. Texas bar fights, Boom Gorillas, like all these. So I've been able to go all over the Midwest once I was stationed at Tinker.
I remember meeting you in a Greenbelt class because it was, we were stationed in, it was McGuire, right? Like Joint Base McGuire.
Yeah,
so
class was at McGuire in Jersey, yeah.
Yep. So we were in recruiting, and I remember sitting in a Greenbelt class, and you were just like, "Yeah, I play competitive fighting games." And I was like, "Oh, I like fighting games too." And then you were showing me these videos of you playing all these people that I've been watching, like Halls of Hype and things like that. When I was stationed in Korea, going, "Yo, that's you." And from there, it was just like, I mean, it really took off, I think from there, like, we really became friends because I didn't know anybody else that was playing fighting games that was in the Air Force. So it was really cool to meet somebody that was at another level and was able to appreciate those kind of opportunities. 2019 was like the big break, right? Like, you had the chance to kind of sponsor some some pretty big events, especially when it comes to the Air Force and the FGC. You want to share a little bit about that?
Defending North, huge shouts to Andy City of Brass, where we could help support the financial side of the tournament while enabling us to be there and have a presence at the event. Since that happened, we of course then kind of were able to show the Air Force and our service branch that, hey, this is something that we should be involved with. You see all these people that attend these events, they're all from the local area, they're all willing to kind of at least learn about what we can offer them, etc.
Nobody was doing that kind of stuff until we popped on the scene.
So we had a whole schedule lined up. We were going to do April Annihilation, we were going to do NEC, we went to what is East Coast Throwdown?
East Coast
right?
Throwdown,
We went to
yeah.
that one. We went to a couple of Uchi's events, the Catch Me Outside ones. So we went to even locals, and we had this whole plan sorted out for the next fiscal year, and then COVID hit, and that kind of is what led to Airmen Fight being brought up at that point.
Yeah, because I remember you and I talking, like, after everything got shut down, we were still recruiters at the end of it, right? Like, we were thinking about the people that just joined the Air Force, that just got to their first duty station, and now they're there and they can't even go outside. They can't go meet like people around their base. They can't meet people in their squadron. Everybody's distancing themselves because they have to. And we were thinking about those next generation, like, well, how are they going to acclimate to this? Like, we want to make sure that they're still getting the full experience, and we want to make sure that they're connecting with people around them. So I think really that was like, it hit us that we have to create something to create a local community that was online, so that we can still create this connection and collaborative space. So that's where Airmen Fight started back in, like, what, June of 2020 or something like that. It was like,
yeah,
very early, right?
Yeah, I think we had like the ideas of it. We just like didn't give it a name or a title, I want to say, until very early 2020.
Yeah.
So we were always thinking of ways that we can do things on our own. Like, hey, yeah, we don't have any funding anymore. Yeah, we're not going to be traveling to events and going TDY anymore, but we still want to play, And obviously at that time too, that's when like gaming was surging because everyone was home. PC sales and parts were going crazy, console sales were going crazy. So we know there's people playing games, but like, how can, other than just me and you playing all the time, like, how can we incorporate what we were trying to do? Like, actually get other airmen and other, service members together to do these kind of things,
Yeah.
And of course, you have your typical shooters, what you kind of expect from military members, right? But we wanted to do something for fighting games because that's what we love. Airmen Fight came about from that, with us wanting to do our own thing, where we wanted to kind of host events and connect those airmen that are stationed at their new bases, right, with their local scenes. Because let's say, sometimes when you join the military, It's a big decision, right? It's a big decision to walk into a military recruiting office, to really make that commitment, make that sacrifice, to do something bigger than yourself, right? But it can be hard in the beginning because you're alone, you leave home, you leave your family, you leave all the things that you've grown accustomed to throughout your life, and you jump into the unknown without much preparation, you know. So yeah, you have your boot camp and your tech school, but that's mostly to show you how to be an airman and how to perform your job, right? But they don't really go over how to prepare yourself for being away from home, how to prepare yourself from taking you out of your shell, you know, the thing that you grew up, that little bubble of comfort that you have, to something bigger and better, right? So Airmen Fight was designed to do exactly that, to connect someone who's brand new at their base, who doesn't know anyone there yet, right? Who is facing, you know, hitting those social walls of, you know, that social awkwardness of being brand new, not knowing anyone, trying to break down those barriers to give them a place to express themselves and still continue their hobbies and their interests that they enjoyed before they joined.
Stationed at a brand new base in a brand new location by yourself, right? We're trying to make somewhere for these airmen to go, to find people where they are, no matter where it may be, that share the same interests. So from someone, if someone's watching the stream right now in the Air Force from Arkansas, that had no idea about the Arkansas Fighting Game Network, had no idea that there was an entire local scene. If they can find them because of this, then that's exactly why we're doing this, to connect those airmen with those local communities, with those local scenes.
We use like my own connects that I knew from playing with my years of experience, finding those local TOs, those local scenes at whatever base you might be located at, to put those airmen in contact with that scene, to enable them to attend their events, to get out the dorms, get off their base, and enjoy the things they already did enjoy. We started off with in the early stages of Airmen Fight. Again, I knew all the TOs and all the areas and the scenes in the Midwest, so we did exhibitions in the beginning where we had our airmen fight against local scenes such as the Oklahoma scene, so the whole Red Dirt Rumble team. Through Ricky, we had them play at Game Over, which was the Tulsa people as well. We played the Arkansas players, right? We would do like 5v5 exhibitions between our 5 players and 5 of their best players from the Arkansas scene. So we did mostly exhibitions like that. Unten Gaming, we did an exhibition with them as well, and we try to incorporate multiple games, multiple titles to give our airmen, you know, more experiences and more chances to play and all that good stuff.
You and I decided, hey, we would like to do something a little bit bigger, right? Like give those service members the full tournament experience, right? And that's where I think like the Airmen Fight Evolution series really took off. We were going to send one Air Force airman to EVO in 2022. That was kind of like the beginning or the idea that we had initially, and it was tough. I mean, imagine how it is like having 3 games, because it was Guilty Gear and Tekken and Street Fighter, and trying to fund. I mean, our idea was to fund at least 3 members to go to EVO, represent the Air Force, because nobody was sending anybody from the Air Force. I mean, there was nothing like this being done at all, and we wanted to be the first ones to do it. So it was, you know, every other weekend we were doing this, you know, our whole entire weekend, and then we were coming out of pocket for all the pops and stuff like that. Remember how you and I were like, hey, are you gonna cover the gift card this week? I'll get the next one.
Yeah, no. You know, we were super ambitious, right? We wanted to, since COVID was kind of dying down at that point, and, you know, the restrictions were being lifted, TLs were coming back, major tournaments were coming back. So with the Evolution series, yeah, we were very ambitious, running 3 games. That was, especially with the netcode on some of those older games like Street Fighter 5 and Tekken 7.
Oh,
it was terrible. Yeah, coming out of pocket, like you said. But yeah, we had 3 games where we were using the entry fees of that tournament to directly fund a trip to EVO for each game. So Tekken had its own pot where every single time someone entered Tekken, that money went towards the Tekken pot. And we had like a goal, I want to say like of $600-700, what we figured would cover. Yeah, back then, right now. Now, oh man. Like, oh, we should be good with 400. Like, no.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were so ambitious. That was crazy.
Yeah.
The Evolution series, it didn't pan out. You know, a lot of lessons learned, a lot of challenges that we came across, but ultimately those decisions that we made and all those lessons that we took from it led us to where we're at now, right? Like, we started an official 501c3 nonprofit organization. The mission never changed. We still wanted to bring that that opportunity for young Air Force Airmen, Space Force Guardians, just young service members to connect them with their local communities and keep them established so that we can make sure that they weren't forgotten about as soon as they got to their first base, and hopefully give them a way to share their interest and collaborate with those people around their base, or maybe meet some new friends, you know? Yeah, it's been an absolute honor to do this with you the entire way through. I can't think of anybody else that would be in the same position to do the same thing, have the same drive and ambition as you doing this. So it's been a really good ride, man. Really, really good ride.
You've been definitely a blessing with the Airmen Fight stuff, because there's a lot of things like, especially in the beginning stages, I was just staff sergeant, right? There was doors that were closed that I wasn't able to open yet because of my rank, you know, and you were kind of that voice for the community, for Airmen Fight, that was behind those doors and those bigger meetings to be able to vouch for these kind of things. Because even with Defend the North, like, if it wasn't for you, it would have never happened, because I wasn't there in those higher meetings with the higher ranking people to really vouch for this kind of thing. Be like, oh, it's just Sergeant Shariga just has this gaming idea. Like, let's stick what we've been doing already that hasn't generated anything for us in the last 10, 15 years. But you know, like those new ideas and stuff like that, you need someone to vouch for you behind those closed doors. So I appreciate you, man, being that voice for us, for the fighting games community, and for Airmen Fight. Well, in its early inception stages, for sure.
Is there any kind of final words you want to share?
We're here for you. That's the biggest thing, is we are here for you. Airmen Fight is for Airmen and Guardians by Airmen and Guardians. Okay? So we're here for you guys. We're here to support you. You know, we appreciate what you do. We thank you for your service. And yeah, welcome to Airmen Fight. That's going to do it for our pre-show. It's almost time to get started and crown our champion. We hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about our competitors and Airmen Fight. We wanted to take this moment to say thank you again to everyone who has ever supported what we're trying to achieve here. To our finalists, know that you are some of the best Street Fighter players the Air Force and Space Force has to offer. So embrace it, play your best, and most importantly, have fun. This is it. This is what you've been playing for. It's time for the Airmen Fight Cup finale.